got a clip for Terry Crews. I got a clip for Tupac. Where's Tupac at?
Topic 9.
Okay, gotcha. Got a clip for the Mesquite Police.
Last topic.
And I got a Pink. Here it is. Pink clip.
Okay, you ready, Cam?
You are now listening to The Block with your host, Stefani Love, and yours truly, Blacc, on VillaCoolerRadio.com. Let's go.
Blah, blah. Everything is everything for Sheezy. Blah, blah. Probably done it all, homie, believe me. Blah, blah. We made the impossible look easy for Sheezy. I'll never leave my block. My niggas need me.
Okay, here. Good morning. Class is now in session. I'm your girl, Stefani Love. I'm sorry, we're a little caught off guard. I'm your girl, Stefani Love. You are now tuned in to The Block on VillaCoolerRadio.com. And I just want to introduce my host. I have my host, Blacc.
What's up with it? What's up with it?
And then also I have special guests with me, Big Marcus from the real game. What's up, Big Marcus?
What's going on?
All right. So every week we continue to bring you raw and hilarious uncut discussions, and we also stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You guys can type in the search bar on each one of those platforms and Villa Cooler Media and be able to find us and listen to our live shows. I don't want to forget about my listeners on the internet radio side. Someone told me last week that we never shout them out. So shout out to you guys. We are an internet podcast, so we never want to forget about you guys. So shout out to the listeners that are on the internet radio side, tuned in on VillaCoolerRadio.com. Also to our Facebook listeners. What's up, Blacc?
Y'all already know. Shout out to the Facebook listeners. We appreciate y'all for tuning in every Saturday. I'm inviting y'all right now.
All right. And guys, remember to share this live video right now. And also you can subscribe to our YouTube page or channel, at Villa Cooler Media. Don't forget about the YouTube channel. I am right now doing a drawing where I am taking names from people who are subscribing to our YouTube page. And at the end of next week, I will be giving away 2 tickets to Studio Movie Grill. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that we are hosting an event on December 22nd. It is the Christmas Toy Drive at the Green Elephant. It starts at 7 p.m. You guys can bring 1 toy and get into this show for free.
Hey, what's the day before that?
It's Blacc's birthday.
Hey, we're going to turn up. We're going to be turned at the toy drive, I'm telling you.
All right, and then also, if you are unable to bring a toy, you can get into this event for just a little bit of $10. But we would prefer that all of you just come together. Let's help the needy and bring a toy. Artists are also welcome to perform, so you can hit each one of us up and ask about details on how you can get onto the lineup to perform. But remember that your music has to be positive vibes only. We only want positive music because we are catering to the children for this event. Today we have some juicy discussions for you. We're going to talk about Terry Crews and his lawsuit against a man. Yes, a man. And also we are going to discuss how men have issues with their woman posting pictures on social media. Ladies, from what I found out, men are in their feelings about us posting pictures on social media.
Wow, you looking my way.
And also, we have some local news for you guys. We're going to discuss some things that are going on in the DFW Metroplex, bring you up to speed with some of the stuff that has occurred throughout this week. And I just want you guys to stay tuned. I promise you won't be disappointed. Please remember to chat with us. Also remember the phone number to call in and to chime in to any of these discussions and give your opinion. You can call at any time. We will be more than happy to talk with you. So remember, right now, stop what you're doing. Share this live video. Also invite other friends.
And download the app. On Google Play, iTunes, and also Amazon. And guys, all that stuff is free. You got anything to say, Big Marcus?
Oh, make sure y'all catch the Real Game.
Oh, shit. I don't even know why you.
That's hosted by Carl B. Easy and myself.
All
at 2 p.m. And I really appreciate y'all having me on y'all show.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
I look forward to talking about topics other than sports.
Awesome. So Big Marcus has a lot of opinions for us today. So stay tuned. I believe that it's going to get toasty in here with these opinions.
Can you smell the donuts?
I can. We
They
have
smell
Krispy
good.
Kreme donuts. Shout out to Cal Be Easy for the Krispy Kreme donuts. They were hot and fresh. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our first discussion. And we're going to start off with Terry Crews. This week, we all learned that Terry Crews had filed a sexual assault lawsuit against WME agent Adam Bennett. In regards to Crews, he claims that Bennett groped him at a Hollywood party back in February of 2016. News of the lawsuit came a little more than a week after Bennett returned to work at WME. And following a brief suspension, the agency conducted an internal investigation of Cruz's allegations. Now, the details, let me tell you what Adam is accused of doing specifically to Cruz. He groped him by grabbing. Grope means grabbing. He grabbed his penis and he began to lick his tongue out at him provocatively.
How you lick his tongue up?
Whoa, wait a minute.
He said show him. You know how
He wanted you to show him for other reasons. I didn't need to see all that.
Okay, so you guys see that this man felt violated. Terry Crews felt violated. Before we get into our opinions, let me play a clip for you real quick, and then we're going to roll from there.
So you did not know him before this?
I had never had a conversation with him, ever. Okay, I knew of him, and I knew just because it's an agency thing, but the first time I ever actually had an interaction with him was at this event. And I'm looking at him, and he's basically staring at me, and he's sticking his tongue out, and, you know, it's just overtly sexual kind of tongue moves. And I'm sitting there like, it's a party, it's packed, the whole thing, and I'm looking like, is this a joke? I mean, I don't understand. It was actually so bizarre. And he keeps coming over to me. He comes over to me. I stick my hand out, and he literally takes his hand and puts it and squeezes my genitals. And I'm jump back like, hey. And he's like, and he's still licking his tongue out and all this stuff. And I go, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, so there you hear it. That was Terry Crews giving his take on what had occurred the night at this Hollywood party. Big Marcus, I'm going to throw this to you because we want to...
I want to start. I get started first?
Yes, you get to start first. I want to know, what do you think about Terry Crews?
Even before the incident that happened, any dude that gets on TV and shakes his chest, I have an issue with. Maybe, maybe I'm hating, you know what I'm saying? But maybe, you know what I'm saying? I just got an issue with that. But getting back to your question, for me, I guess I'll start like this. I have never been groped by a man or anything like that, so I don't know that feeling. But I have an issue with Terry Crews coming out as a man and telling the world that he's been groped by a dude.
Why do you have an issue with that?
Get him.
You should be able to handle that as a man.
See, now, we only played a piece of the clip. He said, and I actually watched that whole video, and he said that his wife kind of steered him away from it, and his wife even pulled him to the side and was like, I'm so proud of you for not going off on this dude.
It's cool, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I don't know if I could come out and tell the world that I have been groped by a man. It's just something that's.
I mean, I couldn't either, but
On top of that, right now, dealing with the sexual harassment, sexual assault cases that all these women are coming out with, it's the ladies' turn. It's their movement. It's the ladies' movement right now. And I think that he is moving into somebody else's lane, coming out like that.
Let me jump in here real quick, Blacc.
Go ahead,
to piggyback on you looking at the clip. The clip also said that what's going on with the women and the sexual harassment is what actually prompted him to come out and say this.
How many other dudes have came out during this time?
none. But I don't feel like it's a woman's movement. It's been a movement about sexual harassment, whether it's been male or female. It's just to bring light to that versus you saying like it's the women's turn. Well, honestly, it's always been the women's turn because how many dudes do you know claim to get sexually harassed?
And my opinion, as we had discussed this earlier this week, I don't think that we can put a label on it as far as gender and who is supposed to speak out and not speak out. I give accolades to Terry Crews for being a man, because I'm sure it takes a lot out of him being a man and coming out with this information. I'm sure it took a lot over the years. Well, this happened in 2016, so it wasn't too long ago that this happened to him. And I'm sure that as a man, he really probably did want to just beat the shit out of this man. But at the place that they were at, in the environment that they were at, that could have been detrimental to his career. So the best way to hit someone is in their pockets. So a lawsuit.
Come on, okay. I'm going to give you the fact that he comes out and he tells the world. Okay, you tell the people your story. But to go as far as suing the dude, man, you for me, it's more of him trying to stay relevant. He's staying in the news because you waited. You know what I'm saying? You waited. It ain't like you didn't have a voice or you couldn't, like these women who don't have a voice or they can't control the situation.
Well, I feel like he waited because he wanted to secure this acting career that has landed him in a few movies.
Then why come out? Why come out? It ain't like that. It ain't like
because
that.
His career is set now.
But it ain't like grabbing my dick has scarred me for life. If that's the case,
how do you know it didn't scar him? It probably scarred him so bad to where he felt the need to come out.
He's scarred?
Yeah, I believe he's
scarred.
Lord.
Okay, I can 100% agree with you on that
you don't
part.
Have to.
But maybe it's a man thing that you just won't understand.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
and then
I don't think it's scarred him for life.
The question that I had posed this week was, what if this was your son? Is this the advice that you would give your son to if he felt violated?
That's different.
Hey,
My son is underage.
But
hold on, my son is underage. So if he gets touched or anything happens, I'm a deal with it. But once my son turns 21, that's you. You're a man now.
This is the world we live in.
You the man now. You supposed to be able to take care of situations like that.
What you gotta say, Stefani?
Terry Crews, I'm rooting for you. I support you. I think that you have opened up doors for other people and brought awareness. You brought awareness because these people who are actually coming out and being vocal about the things that are happening in Hollywood, there's people that are going to come into this industry way after them that might not have any idea of the things that's going to come along with this industry where you are getting sexually harassed and sexually assaulted, and this will allow the discussion to be open and people to be open about when people violate them. And instead of holding it back for years, now when it happens, you might I think that people now would be like, okay, people are listening. I'm going to speak up and say that this is being done to me, and then it can be nipped in the bud earlier. So shout out to the people who have put their, shout out to the actresses and all the celebrities who have put their ego and their pride to the side and spoken up, because this might potentially save other people who are coming behind them in this industry.
I doubt it. It's been happening for a while, but I mean,
to end it though, let's just see how many dudes come out after this.
It won't be too many.
It won't be too many. This doesn't mean anything. Terry Crews is just doing this just to do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Terry Crews.
Shout out to Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Shout out to all of our listeners. We have one of our Hustler of the Weeks tuned in this week. She said she finally is able to tune in. Salome Momo, and I am hoping that I am pronouncing your name right. Shout out to Moni Mokahanis has returned, Brandon Kennedy, and also I don't want to forget the people that are listening on the internet radio side at VillaCoolerRadio.com. We're going to go ahead and get into a quick commercial break, and the block will be right back. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You're listening to The Block with your girl Stefani Love on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The Real Game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolerRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, so let's win.
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolerRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
Radio.com. Tell your friends.
Yeah. We back.
We back.
I'm Black and we back. You feel me?
Big Marcus over here making a mess.
He over here tripping. We done let him on our show.
Yeah,
He trying to disrupt our show because he wants y'all to tune into the Real Game every Saturday from 2 to 4.
Man, I appreciate
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
I appreciate that.
But let's go. Let's go on this next
All
topic.
right, so we got some fly shit for you, super producer.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the Block, and this is that fly shit.
All right, so this week's fly shit is for my men. And this week I posed a question about what should men stop doing after the age of 30. I got a lot of comments. Some of them were funny. Some of them were very appropriate. It is some things that men should stop doing after 30. And so I'm going to give you a list, and then I'll get y'all how y'all feel about it. All right, so men should stop wearing polo shirts with the collars up. You are not a student anymore, so you don't have to wear your collars like that. Also, men should stop having nicknames for their penis. You're 30 years old. You're not a little kid, so we know what it is. Let's use the real description of it.
Big Marcus.
Also, stop staying over your friend's house and sleeping on their sofa. By this time, you should either have your own place or, I just think that that's a man violation to be spending a night over your homeboy's house. Just like men shouldn't speak up about sexual harassment. Another thing is stop sleeping on futons. Stop wearing football shirts unless you're actually playing. Stop making pained odd noises when you bend over or sit down. Save that for 60. Stop being socially and politically clueless. That is a very major turnoff when a guy can't keep a conversation about just socially conversating, or even when we talk about politics, you're just totally clueless. Like, what fucking planet do you live on to where you don't know how to be able to conversate about those things? Stop dressing like a slob, and specifically stop sagging. If you're 30 years, really, sagging is just inappropriate at any age. But if you're 30 and you're still sagging, I'm gonna probably think that you don't have a job, that you don't have any money.
That gangster.
You don't have anything going for yourself. So these are just the way that we think when we see this type of stuff. Also, driving recklessly. Even if you get that new car with your taxes, you don't have to drive recklessly. We already know it's new because you got the dealer plates on it. So, hey, you don't have to drive recklessly because you just feeling yourself at that moment. 3 more things. Constantly playing video games. If you're 30 years old and all you do is play video games, dude, stop.
I ain't 30 yet.
Yeah, you're close to it. All right, and then another thing is living in a dorm room. Stop living in a dorm room. Stop going and visiting the colleges. You have been out of school for a couple of years now. You don't have to keep going back and visiting the college parties and sleeping in the dorm rooms. Like, dude, grow up, okay? And last but not least is working dead end jobs.
That's just how you gonna end.
Did you stop doing all that stuff?
30 is young. I mean,
30, you should be.
At 30, I was out there at 30.
I do have a few things to say.
Go ahead.
Having a nickname for my penis, Junior will always be Junior. I don't care what you say. His name is Junior. I don't care.
Junior makes me think small.
Okay.
He's a small version. He's a small version of you.
Look, he ain't as big as me. I'm 6'3". If I had a 6'3" penis, it would be a whole problem.
That's like enormous. Like
yeah, that's what
Junior?
I'm saying. Junior is cool. The pain odd noises, I can't relate because I ain't that old yet.
Can you?
I don't sag, so I can agree with that. Sagging is not appropriate at any age. But yeah, that's just. I mean, I feel your list though. Driving recklessly, I don't know how many people can change that because if they just drive recklessly, that's just how they drive. And if you have a man that's 30 getting a new car with his taxes, he has a bigger problem than driving recklessly. Like at the age of 30, you shouldn't be trying to get no cash car for your taxes.
What's wrong with getting your taxes for?
Look,
that's what they for, right?
No, that's not what they're for. Okay. They're for other shit, not some remaking of the house. You know what I'm saying?
At 30, you should. Now, hey, I'm not saying that you can't. What did I say? I said, okay. I just said, you know how, like, when you get that new car, you be real, like, just into yourself. You ready to hit the highway and just drive recklessly. Like, come on, guy. Settle down. Just be cool about it.
What if you get a CT6 Cadillac?
All right, CT6 Cadillac, that engine gonna fall out in 2 years. You're gonna drive recklessly. So that was your fly shit. Guys, stop doing these things after 30. You can go visit Stefani Love's page, and I made a post this week, and there were some other discussions, other things that women had chimed in and said that they should stop doing. So go take a look at that. Be aware so that you can be that fly guy. And that was your fly shit.
It's the BLOC, and this is that fly shit.
We just some young fly niggas.
All right, guys. So this is going to be my favorite topic of the week. And we are going to talk about why men have such a problem with their woman posting pictures on social media. I was a victim of this. So I really think we need to talk about this and open up dialogue. So I'm going to start off.
You were a victim?
I was a victim. I was deleted as a friend from my partner's page because I posted a picture that says, Jesus keeps on keeping me. And the only reason why I posted that is because I strongly believe that when you're going through that there's other people who are going through things like you. And the picture was, I was on my way to a second interview. So I was geeked up. I was blessed. I was feeling blessed. And I felt like sometimes when you go through the struggle, it can kind of take you physically. The struggle of looking for a job, being broke. So I wanted to show people that although my circumstances are just totally out the water, look at how I look. I'm still ready to go. And I got deleted. I'll be goddamn. I got deleted. And I was told because he got tired of seeing my pictures on social media. So I want to ask Big Marcus.
Why you gotta come to me every time?
Guest host, we let our guests go first.
Okay.
I want to know, what is the problem or what is the issue for your woman to post
feel like
pictures?
I'm sitting in on a counseling session.
Social media. What is the issue?
People might not know this on the radio or that's looking on the Facebook that we are a couple.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to bring that to attention. So I guess the situation or the scenario is dealing with me. I don't remember the Jesus keeping the cross or whatever you said about Jesus. I don't remember that post. I don't remember that post. My only thing is every time I open up Facebook, I shouldn't have to see a picture of my girl on my timeline. I mean, when I'm strolling up, I just got an issue. Every third picture is my girl.
No, I would. Don't be over it. Don't look. Don't get cut. Because you exaggerated.
I'm just here.
And let me say, the only reason why you were seeing my pictures when you were opening up social media is because I was probably one of your most active friends.
Okay,
so you're going to see my picture first.
So Stephanie Love,
yes.
You sound like you're angry.
No, I'm not. I'm his friend now.
Oh, okay. How do you feel, Big Marcus?
Oh, I guess my issue with women posting pictures is if it ain't for money, as far as you promoting stuff, I just don't understand why you need to have a picture in the hallway, have a picture in the kitchen, have the picture, all around the house. If you going out and you with your girls and y'all want to take pics, that's cool. Or if but if you at the house, you know what I'm saying, sitting in a t-shirt and everything, why would you want to take a picture?
Stephanie, let him talk. Let him talk.
Are you the counselor?
Yeah, I am. 'Cause I can't say shit on this shit. So Marcus, are you all friends now?
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were friends. And I didn't delete her. Oh, no, okay. I unfollowed her.
No, you didn't.
I deleted you? Yes. My thing about that is I'm not going to approach her because I don't want to start an argument over it, or it's not important
Catch me outside. How about that?
But you did start an argument.
Wait, was that
because I felt like, because I actually was trying to go share something with him, and I couldn't share it because he wasn't my friend. So you started an argument because I would have rather you come to me and tell me, hey, baby, refrain from posting so many pictures because I really just don't want to see that.
No, it wasn't about that.
Marcus, hold on just a second.
And
Stephanie Love, how does this make you feel?
At that time, it made me feel like, damn, I'm a grown-ass woman. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. Okay. Just the same way I get that. I'm going to put what's left in my
and that's cool.
Do you see how you made her feel?
That's cool.
You hurt her feelings.
Hey, hold on, Blacc. Hold on, Blacc. I just signed up for psychiatrist and shit. But it's cool for her to do her own thing. And my way of getting out of or moving to the side or getting out of her lane, letting her do her own thing, is unfollowing her.
But you weren't in my lane. My thing is, guys, you guys sit on social media, and I'm not saying you in particularly, but I see my friends' husbands, they're all on social media liking these strippers' pictures, gloating over these strippers' pictures, half naked ass women twerking. It's okay for y'all to look and do these things, but if you have such a problem, like one person said, because I don't want to see all these men under my woman's picture commenting. Well, if you don't like that, first off, the woman has no control who's coming to comment on her picture. Second of all,
Hold on.
the only thing you should be worried about is if your woman is entertaining those comments.
Hold
Damn.
on. A woman does have control over whether a dude comments on her picture.
How?
She doesn't have to post a picture.
All right, so let me jump in real quick. I've been trying to be counselor and shit. This shit ain't working. Y'all need somebody that got a PhD or some shit. I don't have one of those. Nah, but really, I kind of see both sides because Stephanie Love, we're friends on Facebook, and every time I open my Facebook, I'm guaranteed to see a picture from you.
Because I'm Stephanie Love. I want y'all to know.
And I get it. Like, I don't trip over it. I get it. Like, it's okay with me. I'm not Big Marcus, though. I'm Black. And you, I understand where you coming from on some shit. Like, what she said that people comment under the pictures like men don't want to see that shit. Yeah, I agree with that because if you post a picture and then somebody comments leads to inboxes, and not saying that you're gonna entertain it, but you kind of put yourself in that predicament by posting so many pictures.
No, because whether I post a picture or not, my inbox is still booming with tons of messages from guys.
But when you post pictures, people see you. People see
me. That I don't have to post a picture.
Okay,
they can go to my photos and look at my
what
picture.
I'm saying is they see you on some shit like you're on their news feed. So while they don't go to your page to look at you, like they open up Facebook and it's like, hey, here I am.
Thank you, Blacc.
And then they might pursue you. Now, I wouldn't if I was in Big Marcus's shoes, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Like, if you want to post pictures, sweetheart, I think you're beautiful.
Embrace your girl being beautiful. Like,
there you go.
And I don't, do you have I backed off, and I thought that was the solution to solving the issues I was having.
But it wasn't. Now we're having an argument over the radio. I said, but it wasn't because now we're having an argument over the radio.
No, we good though.
I mean, it's a friendly argument, but it's an argument.
No, it's a discussion.
Oh, okay.
It's a discussion.
I think that's what an argument is.
No, not our arguments.
Don't go there.
Please don't. Back to you, Tom.
But guys, let me say, me in particular, I'm gonna say this. I can see how it can be a problem, and when it was brought to my attention that he had an issue, I did refrain from posting them because my relationship was more important. But however, this is where trust comes in. And if you really seriously have a problem with your woman posting pictures on social media, the problem is not the picture on social media. There's underlining issues.
What?
You can't, your woman, if your woman is gorgeous, like, why isn't the comments from other guys like Bogart through the comments and be like, baby, you gorgeous. You were gorgeous when you left the house. I can't wait till you get home. Like, a woman would love, but hey, y'all.
Why do I have to Bogart through other dudes? Why do I have to Bogart through other dudes?
You don't have to. It'll be different.
Why do I have to post? Why do I have to post compliments on Facebook? When I can give you compliments at home.
So,
you want me to answer
that? Be quiet. I'm doing this. Stop. So, guys, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget you can call at any time. It's the block, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It done got hot in here. We about to go to a song, Table Made by our own Kobe Savage. Stay with us.
You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Blacc on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Table made. In the presence of my enemies. I'm talking about the enemy of depression, the enemy of defeat, the enemy of fear, failure, the enemy of poverty, procrastination, the enemy of negativity. Bind it up in the name of the Lord. No negative vibes, I push the pedal and thrive. I know the devil, his only hope is to see my demise. I see he's surprised, from nothing I rise. From hustling on the corner to speaking with God. I was broken inside, pain opened my mind. Jesus told me to move over, who told you to drive? I know where you headed, it's trouble that way. If you follow my lead, I won't lead you astray. Now look in my eyes, all the worry has died. I'm curry and crunch time, finger up to the sky. Keep up with my stride. My enemies try. Whenever they gain ground, they stumble from pride. I'm humble, I cry. You wondering why? America's like a jungle where underlings die. The truth is a mirror, separated from lies. I'm the son of a king, educated and wise. In the presence of my enemies. In the presence of my enemies. I'm in the presence of my enemies. Bow your head, say your grace, go ahead and feast. In the presence of my enemies. In the presence of my enemies. I'm in the presence of my enemies. Bow your head, say your grace, go ahead and feast. No more service and fiends, faith resurrected my dreams. Every blessing supreme, every error redeemed. Every terror the devil brings, I block it and sing. Victorious songs of praise like Kirk and his team. I'm picking up steam, like lightning I beam. I'm writing righteously now, they say I'm esteemed. You follow regimes, I follow the king. I'm done having the borrowers flowing like streams. From dirty to clean, spiritual things bless me to take flight with invisible wings. This more than you bargained for, I implore you to think. Ignoring negative, no, that's a daily routine. I was deep in ravines, facing devilish schemes. Went from whispering silent prayers to shouting my plea. He told me my dreams would turn into green, turn into something special that suddenly seemed. In the presence of my enemies. In the presence of my enemies. I'm in the presence of my enemies. Bow your head, say your grace, go ahead and feast. In the presence of my enemies. In the presence of my enemies. I'm in the presence of my enemies. Bow your head, say your grace, go ahead and feast.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
All right, we're back. You're now tuned into the block. It got hot and steamy in here. I told y'all it was going to get toasty, and it's going to get even more toasty. It's going to be like burnt toast.
Like me.
Yeah. So, here with me is Big Marcus. For those who are just now tuning in, Big Marcus is his guest host from The Real Game that airs live from 2 to 4 every Saturday. And also, I have Elizabeth Blacc. Guys, remember to share this video and also invite some of your friends to come and listen. And you can also call into the show and tune in and give your comments and your opinions to any of these discussions that we are having this morning. You got something?
Yeah, shout out to the radio people.
Shout out to the radio people that are listening on VillaCoolerRadio.com. Shout out to the ones that are listening on YouTube as well and Twitch. Go ahead.
If you're on Facebook, make sure you download the Villa Cooler Radio app on Google Play and iTunes and Amazon, man. Not only do we have the block and the real game, but we have multiple DJs during the week, and you will definitely enjoy the radio station.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. So with that all being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into our next discussion. Now, I know that tomorrow is a very important day for a lot of worshipers like me and others who will be attending Sunday morning services at their church.
Cowboys game.
Now, there's going to be a law that is passed in 2019 that worshipers and church goers will be able to carry concealed guns to church with them. They're allowing churches will be able to allow their worshipers to walk into church with a concealed weapon on them. People like Dan Patrick and them have spoken out about this. They said that they're not against it. They're for it. They think that with all of the tragedies that have happened in churches in the last couple of years, that this may be the necessary precautions to take. Some people are opposed to it. They have pulled out scriptures that have referred to, we are to carry the cross and not carry weapons and things like that. So I'm for it. As a worshiper.
Wait. Hold up.
Wait,
did you say you're for it?
I'm for worshipers being able to carry concealed guns to church with them.
Okay, now you strapped.
I might be.
Boy,
Watch
I'm
out
Mike's
now.
baby.
Don't try me. I'm standing on the edge. But anyways, so yes, you may go to church in 2019 and your church may have their sign posted up. All churches, in order for them to allow worshipers into their church, they have to have a sign posted up that concealed guns are welcomed in this church. If they don't have it, that means you can't carry it in the church. I wanted to ask the question for you, Blacc. How would you feel if you were going to church and you knew that members that were sitting amongst you had weapons on them?
I'm so okay with it. So okay with it.
You okay with it?
Hell yeah, I'm okay with it.
Both of y'all are okay with it.
But I'm pro guns though, so I'm definitely okay with it. Like I have one with me pretty much everywhere I go.
I have no problem with that, but church is something different.
Right.
Church is sacred.
Right.
But there's people on the outside who are not treating church like it's sacred. And unfortunately, we live in the world. And I know we want to go biblically, but I mean, we have families, we have children who attend churches with us. And I just think that in the times that we live in now, you don't know the mind frame of many people that you may sit next to. You may think that you grew up with this person years, you were married to this person, but then this person just flies off the rocker and wants to come and hurt everyone, like the guy in Sutherland Springs. He went to that church because that's where his ex-wife attended and his mother-in-law attended. So he went there to perform that act because he wanted to get back at them.
It has to be a better way.
Okay. And so
like
what?
Metal detectors?
First of all, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that you do outside of church that you don't do on church property. You know, when you was a little kid, you always didn't, no sex at church, drinking, smoking. It was a sacred place, and I think, we're having more church massacres and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you got to put it in God's hands and find another way to everybody. I can't receive the message that I'm supposed to receive if I'm wondering if, the pastor's packing, or if he's strapped, or if the...
Just assume they are. It doesn't matter.
If the church secretary giving the announcement strapped. I can't receive the message that I'm trying to receive because I'm wondering who's strapped in her.
Marcus. But then we can't receive the message we want to receive because we're wondering, is someone going to walk up in here and shoot us all?
Then maybe we need to get a security team or get a team of 5 to 10 people and they secure the church. But you're asking for an accident. It's an accident waiting to happen.
Marcus,
but even if
Marcus,
okay, go ahead, yeah.
Marcus, listen, I get what you're saying. But let me pull some of my little bit of church knowledge that I have out. Churches, correct me if I'm wrong, church is when 2 or more are gathered to worship, right?
True that.
So the building is just a place for those 2 or more to gather. But you want that to be secure when you have things that's happening like in Sutherland. Like, the dude was going after his ex-wife and everybody in the way. Why did he go to the church? Why didn't he just go to her house? Why, like, that's what I don't understand. And for that reason, and maybe that reason alone, if if Deacon Brown has a pistol on him and he been going to the range, like a church is a family. Like in that building is usually a family. It's supposed to be a family, whether you all are related by blood or not. So why would you worry that Deacon Brown, Deacon Jones, and Usher Mitchell got pieces on them?
See, that's the thing. You are giving a scenario that is perfect. Yeah, they done went to the range. They done got training. But that ain't going to always be the case. When Sister Mitchell is got a little 22 strapped to her hip, you know what I'm saying? That ain't the case. She ain't got the training. That's what I'm saying. Is now I can understand you getting a security team. If you can't afford a security team, maybe you want volunteers. Get 5 or 6, train them and do, But you just can't have everybody packing because you're waiting for an accident to happen.
But even if it's the security team that's packing, I mean, we don't know we don't know what people go through in their personal lives. It could be someone on the security team who like, oh, I got a gun today. I'm gonna go and carry out an act at church.
I'd rather have 5 people that, you know what I'm saying, that 5 or 10 people than have a whole congregation that I got to think about what they mental status is.
Let's be realistic. You're not gonna have a whole congregation that's packing. And I was gonna say, trust me, you won't. If you're gonna pack and you're gonna bring it into the church, you're gonna have to go through the class, the concealed handgun class, which means that in order to pass the class, you have to show that you can shoot and you can be accurate. So if Sister Mitchell, and she's 69 years old, you talking about she don't go to the range, she has to go at least a few times in order to get that CHL. But do you think
people gonna follow? If somebody tell me, hey, just like right now, you know what I'm saying? I have to have a concealed handgun to carry a firearm. You know what I'm saying? I can carry one without it. So that's the same thing as church. People gonna come in there without having the training and experience. I ain't gonna say most people now, you know what I'm saying, but most people that I know don't have the concealed handgun license and they still carry.
Right.
And that's what you're gonna get at church. Oh, I can carry a gun at church? Okay. I don't need the training. I know how to handle this gun.
Man, I don't have a problem with it. Realistically, I feel like a security team would be better. It makes sense after listening to you for a second. But as far as like carrying guns, I don't have a problem with that. Like shit, people can carry them in the state fair now and have them concealed. You can pretty much carry them wherever you want to, except establishments that sell over 51% of their sales in alcohol and churches. Like, so, I mean, guns are everywhere, and they're going to be everywhere. Why not just have one or be able to have one so that you can protect yourself? Because if it's one shooter and let's say 300 members, and let's say all of those 300 members are packing, he gonna get at least 300 bullets his way.
You finna have a wild, wild west.
Hey, I'm just saying, like he not gonna survive without any holes in him. Even if old girl was having a seizure, what's her name, Sister Mitchell? She was having a seizure while she was shooting. She might even hit the nigga once. But 300 bullets coming your way and you just one shooter, shit, you better be a good ass shot and a fast ass runner.
Hey man, I just think it's a mistake.
Hey, well, we're gonna see how this plays out in 2019.
I'll be there.
Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick commercial break. Shout out to all our listeners, the people commenting. We appreciate you. We see you. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Block with your girl, Stefani Love, on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy, Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The real game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolerRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, it's love some
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolerRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
The VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
All right, guys, so we're back. You're tuned into the block that airs every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I have my special my special guest host with me, Big Marcus from The Real Game, that airs live from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, we have Blizzity Blacc. Shout out to all the listeners. Guys, we need a caller today. Who wants to call in? Go ahead and call in. The number is up on the screen. Right now, we're going to talk it. Yes.
We got to shout out some people. Shout out to Lisa King, Princess, Monica. We have Brooklyn to comment and stuff like that. Who else we got? Brandon, shout out to you. Appreciate y'all for y'all active listening, meaning you're reciprocating a little bit of, you know, what you got on your mind.
What was that word?
Reciprocating.
Oh,
Look it up. I know some words.
I didn't think you knew.
Yeah. I know what it means.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all for, you know, putting your mind on the computer screen where we can see it and shit.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about pink. Pink is
your favorite color.
Yeah, my
favorite line
color.
of clothes.
Nah.
Your headphones.
That's for thoughts. No, I'm just playing. But Pink is a singer who we all should be familiar with at this point. And she has a daughter named Willow, who Pink has came out. She has been an advocate of women not having to accept the gender of being a woman, but they can basically do what they want, whether it's of a man or of a woman. It's actually called gender neutral. So Pink intends on raising her daughter Willow as gender neutral, which will allow her to make free choices that are not dictated by what society states women should and shouldn't do. Recently at the VMAs, Pink spoke out and stated that she's going to fight for women and plus her daughters to teach them about self-acceptance. Do we have a clip? We have a clip. We're going to play a clip real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Pink is raising her children to be gender neutral, she has now revealed. The singer, whose real name is Alicia Beth Moore, said she did not want her daughter Willow, 6, and 11-month-old son Jameson to be defined by traditional gender roles as they live in a label-less household. The 38-year-old also revealed that Willow had told her she wants to marry an African woman when she grows up, while hilariously explaining that the tot informed her she plans to stay with her parents when she meets her wife. "We are a very label-less household," the star, who is married to motorcycle racer Carrie Hart, 42, told the People. "Last week Willow told me she is going to marry an African woman. I was like, great, can you teach me how to make African food?"
All right, so there you go. This is how that all started. Willow had told her mother that she was going to marry an African woman. And Pink obviously wasn't, she didn't correct her. She just wanted her to feel however she felt. If she felt that she wanted to marry an African woman, she was going to support that. So raising her child gender neutral is what we have. We've actually seen a lot of things go on in the media world where parents are allowing their children to take hormonal medicine to transform into a man. I think there was an incident like last year where there was a big dispute about a young lady who should be allowed to wrestle on the wrestling team. There was a big controversy about that. So my question for you, Blacc, today is this something that you could let your child do or decide?
No. If you were born a boy, you are a boy. If you was born a girl, you are a girl. My daughter will understand that, and she will know that, and she would know what I feel like is acceptable and or unacceptable. So, with that being said, I'll take it back to you, Stephanie.
All right, I definitely agree. Children should stay in children's place, and it is the parents' responsibility.
If you are a boy, you should be raised as a boy, and if you're a girl, you should be raised as a girl. The fact that I just think everybody will be confused at some point. The child will be confused, the parents will end up being confused, and everybody that has to deal with the child will be confused in some kind of way if you go down this route. I guess this is the new this is the new age, of doing things. I just can't agree. I guess I got a question for you guys though. When they say gender neutral, what are some things that they do to put that in place, or what?
Nothing. It's just gender neutral. Like just like you put a car in neutral. Like if you push it forward, it'll go forward. If you push it backward, it'll go backward.
Whichever way. Whatever
they want to go is the way they go.
But what do you do? How do you raise a person gender neutral?
By just getting them what they want.
So like if your daughter wants to play with a pickup truck or a dump truck, like for instance, I won't let my son play with a Barbie doll, right? Because he's a boy. I think that that's a toy for a girl. But in gender neutral case, that child can play with anything. Even if it was a little boy, if he wanted to carry a purse on Monday, she's gonna allow him to carry a purse on Monday. If the little girl wanted to wear Batman underwears, she's gonna allow her to wear Batman underwear. She doesn't identify with being a male or a female.
It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Basically, when it comes down to it.
And so another question as I was researching this and getting in tune with this discussion, a question had popped up to me. What kind of problems would this cause for this child in the future? How once the child is of age and gets into maybe middle school, high school, will this raising her up to be gender neutral, will she suffer from things like bullying?
No, I think by that time she'll know kind of what she likes or what wants to go after. And of course, during the college years is when most people experiment. So she's going to go through that self-identification again. But I think she'll be all right. I don't think it'll expose her to bullying.
Blacc. You don't see it? I mean, You setting up your child to get bullied. You know, because
I feel like you being bullied is by who you are, though.
But now you are giving it a little extra. Now you got to go to the special bathroom. Now kids are picking on you because you are a boy carrying a purse. You know what I'm saying? You are getting ready to get bullied. You finna go through some tough times because kids are harsh and rude.
And kids might not be socially acceptable. They might not socially accept this. So if you choose to raise your child,
are y'all not around kids? Like not your own, but like other kids?
Do you think that kids would honestly, if a boy comes to school, do you think that kids would honestly, if a boy comes to school with a purse, do you think that those kids will honestly be like, oh, today you're carrying a purse, Bobby? It's good.
Listen,
no, they're gonna make fun of him.
Because of the world we live in. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Like
because
shit,
my daughter comes
like
home talking about boys who.
But shit like this has become socially acceptable.
Not for kids,
not
though.
For kids.
Yeah,
not for kids.
Okay.
Not for kids.
Okay.
Especially if you have if you have parents that are not raising their kids gender neutral, they're not exposing them to this way of life. They're not gonna accept it because they're not gonna understand it because we're not teaching them that at our home.
Well,
so therefore, if this little boy Bobby comes to school with a purse, you're gonna have majority of the kids making fun of Bobby because he's a boy carrying a purse. So therefore, you're opening up doors for your son to be humiliated. You're opening up doors for him to be bullied. And then with bullying, all the stuff that goes on with how kids are accepting bullying, they're starting to commit suicide. Come on now. I think that
I feel like I feel like I say this every Saturday. I feel like that's showing America getting soft. Because Marcus, you older than everybody else in here. So
hold on.
Slow
your roll. You ain't got to throw that shot.
I ain't worried about that. Listen, do you ever remember a bully who killed themselves when you were in school? You sucked that shit up. You either told your parents or you didn't, and then you went on about your way.
I mean, but
you didn't just.
But bullies normally don't kill themselves. It's the people who are.
That's what I'm saying. The people who are being bullied, not the bully.
I mean, just every now and then you will have a case. Bullying been going on since, beginning of time. I'm pretty sure, back in the Bible days, somebody was getting bullied. But you gonna always have bullying, in school or whatever, and this just heightens up the bullying. This gives people reason to bully. Mm-hmm. And with depression and now people are putting their kids on all types of pills and stuff. Hey, I don't understand this. I just don't understand how we got to this point.
I don't understand it either, but unfortunately, a lot of shit has become socially acceptable. And I don't feel like it's any different from a boy being gay or a girl being gay.
But then in saying that, you don't think that boys and girls who grew up being gay wasn't bullied for being gay?
No, they had girlfriends.
Come on, man. We talked about it when I was in high school, man.
That was like 30,000 years ago, bro.
Come on.
I'm talking about people that are in school now.
Man. You gonna stop talking about that?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that one off. Shout out to the old guys, Lizzie.
You gonna cut that out too?
Yeah. I like them all, baby. So with that being said, we're gonna get into some love and sex.
Let's talk love and sex.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna turn it up a notch. We're gonna make it grown and sexy. I'm gonna tell you something about after kinky sex. It's called aftercare. This is a term that they use, and it's called aftercare. And it's very important in a relationship. Now, guys, men and women have fetishes that they want to fulfill, fantasies. They also like kinky sex. Like, okay, so when you're dealing in a relationship and your spouse or your partner has fetishes, and if you're that partner who's willing to fulfill those fetishes and fantasies with, or even have that kinky sex with your partner, it can be psychologically and physically taxing. So this is where aftercare is very important. So stay tuned. Listen very carefully, because one, I'm going to tell you what is aftercare. Aftercare is very simple. It's the time you and your partner take after playtime. Okay? Kinky sex is normally playtime. It's fun. It's like you're in a whole nother character. Hey, you might be the doctor today, and I'm the nurse, and we done got in a room, and we're finna put on this role, okay? So, and aftercare allows you and your partner to recover and to see each other's emotional and physical needs. Now, this is for the guys who, this is for the guys who screw the hell out of their woman and then just get up and walk out the room. And
hey, shout out to my boy Brooklyn. He said, like, getting the towel.
Yeah, there we go. So, role play and kinky acts, like I said, can be physically and psychologically taxing, because it's like you have to jump into a character that you're really not on your everyday life. So it's a great time for relaxing and getting back to reality. Why is aftercare necessary? Well, it's necessary because it's like a recalibration for the normal in your relationship. So aftercare puts you back after you done did that role play and y'all done had that kinky sex and the fantasies have been fulfilled, you know, for the night, whatever, y'all done had some hot steaming sex. Well, the aftercare brings you back to reality, because one, what you need to remember is fantasies are not supposed to be who you are on your daily in your daily life. In your everyday life, your fantasies should not carry on past that moment that you guys are fulfilling those fantasies, okay? This is very important for like threesomes. So if you're in a relationship that experiences threesomes, don't let that threesome end right there when it ends. But don't take it outside of that playtime, okay? Bring your woman back to reality. Bring your man back to reality. I know for women to have threesomes with their spouse, it is psychologically and physically taxing, because you're, one, keeping in mind that, hey, is my guy more into her or me? You know, so those are just things that naturally we're going to think of. Not that we're not for it, but we're naturally going to think those things. And so this aftercare will bring you and your woman back to reality, and you will reassure her that it's not her baby, it's just the act that we're in that I love, okay? So, how you treat your partner during these acts is not how they want to be treated on their everyday life. So, if you want your wife to act like a stripper that night, don't pressure her. Don't treat her like a stripper outside of that playtime. Or don't treat her like whatever you're wanting to fantasize or fulfill in that playtime. Don't let it come outside of that playtime. Do some aftercare, get back to reality, recalibrate, and get back to your normalcy. Tips for men. So I'm going to give some tips for the men, how you can get what you want. So sometimes men might be struggling on their fantasies, getting their spouse to act with them on these fantasies and this kinky sex. So these are 3 things that you can do to kind of break those walls down, okay? Literally. You can treat them like you only want to experience this act with them. That is very important. Do not make your woman feel like you can get this act anywhere. You need to let her know and reassure, and this even goes for women with men. Let them know that you only want to experience this fantasy, this kinky hot sex with your spouse, with her, okay? Comfort them always after. Make sure you comfort them. Make sure you let them know, hey, baby, you did a good job. You know, you very sexy. Just these things are very important. And last, always discuss it after. How it felt, and engage in conversation with her about it. Don't just do it and then not talk about it anymore. Open up dialogue. Yeah.
Bro,
Give her props. Give her accolades. Give him his props and his accolades. Let them know that the experience with them is what was important, not the experience. But in the same token, you're getting your cake and you're eating it too. Literally.
Hey,
So that was your love and sex.
Can we get one more minute on this?
Can we do some aftercare? Oh.
Hey, wait, hold on. First of all, let me tell you how uncomfortable y'all made me feel.
Did we? I told y'all I was going.
You start talking about love and sex, and I felt like I was an unwanted piece of a threesome. He came over here and started rubbing on your arm and shit. I didn't like it. Secondly, how the hell did we go from aftercare to threesomes? I really don't know.
It was a scenario. Normally, a threesome is a fantasy or a part of a kinky sex.
But look, it killed me because my boy was on here commenting, and at first he was like, aftercare, grab a towel. Then he said, aftercare, a cigarette. And then you started talking about threesomes. He was like, damn, now I got to get 2 towels.
Y'all open up your horizon.
Like, bro.
Aftercare, that's why I said grown and sexy, because aftercare is so much more to aftercare. It's not just a towel. I can get a towel myself.
Hey, you know what? It's not just a towel. It could be a warm towel.
Aftercare sounds like a car product or something.
Well, that was your love and sex.
That part.
Listen.
Let's talk love and sex.
All right. That was your your love and sex for this week. We're gonna go ahead and go into this song "Water" by yours truly. Well, not yours truly because it ain't me, but Kobe Savage.
You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Blacc on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
You're now listening to the smooth sounds of Rick and Daddy's music. My daughter working in the gym, practicing backflips. Her daddy waiting outside, writing manuscripts. It's mandatory that we make the most of every gift. I give my children game and hope they spirits lift. Spiritual savage, that's how they reference me. Whoever say they ain't with it, no need to help them leave. God's cleaning up house, he put my life in order. He put me on a higher level than I ever thought of. Thinking to myself, my thoughts gon' get me caught up. Jesus suffered for our sins, with his life he bought us. If life is like a game, I'm in my second quarter. Mr. Savage, adapt the change, some say his flow like water.
Like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot.
My other daughter graduating, about to go to college. I did the best that I could do to make her hunger knowledge. From humble beginnings, I'm like Christopher Wallace. I could picture me winning with a fist full of dollars. But I'm wishing for nothing, I'm just praising my pilot. He took me from everything that kept me divided. I'm dividing the paper with my people in private. We privately speaking, yet my circle is solid.
Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Daddy duties in full effect. The fully loaded, you disrespect him, I meant your neck. I'm devoted with no regrets. My oldest told me he hate me, I pray for him nonetheless. Forgive us for harsh words. Wisdom say you should bite your tongue whenever your heart hurts. I was heartless, I needed church. Bitter from bad breaks and complaining just made it worse. I'm aiming for higher goals, no generational curse. We generating some dough while keeping the Father first.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
Yeah. We back. Monica, shout out to you, man. We appreciate the fact that you like Kobe Savage's song. He's a pretty good artist. I really like him. We still got you the tickets for you winning and stuff like that. We got you. They on the way. Don't worry about it. Now we just gonna hop on into some about this new topic, Tupac. Tupac.
What
Tupac.
you do?
His ex-girlfriend is trying to sell a picture of his penis for $7,500.
Ching, ching, ching.
I really don't know like who does that, but like from what I understood and what I've heard, Tupac used to go into the room like fucking with his homeboys and his friends and shit, and would go in and pull his shit out real quick on some, you know what I'm saying? I guess it sounds weird now that I said it out loud, but yeah, that's what they said, that he did stuff like that. It was back in like 1990 at a house party. And his at the time girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, is trying to sell it. So what would you sell of your exes? Would you sell your ex's dick pic?
I sure would.
What?
But let's listen to a clip real quick and then I'm going to expound.
All right, Tupac. There's a picture of him, and people have been talking about this picture. It's a full frontal shot of Tupac, so basically a penis picture. And this photo was taken in the middle of a house party. They said that Tupac would try to shock his friends by exposing himself all the time. And at this particular night, Tupac's girlfriend said, I'm going to take a picture if you don't cover up. So he didn't cover up, and that's how that picture actually happened.
Stephanie?
All right, so like Blacc said, she's choosing to sell her ex's Tupac's dick pic. Well, I think that it's hers at this point. She can do whatever she wants to do, and he's Tupac. She might need $7,500. Christmas is getting ready to come up. Hell, you gotta get it how you live, and somebody will easily jump on that $7,500, and that $7,500 in your pocket. I think Tupac might be okay with it too.
How you know Tupac okay with it?
Because my inner gods told me he is.
Tupac
Wherever
dead.
You're at, Tupac, I know you're okay.
Man, what a thirsty female, man.
Thirsty,
man.
He was thirsty for always being the type to just pull his penis out and showcase it to everyone.
That's confident.
Man,
when you in the club, you like, hey man, bam. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if I get a selfie of Tupac's thing, I'm gonna sell it. Hell, I would have probably sold it for $10,000.
I mean, that just, you know, the fact that he's dead. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that
we don't know that he's dead.
But
maybe she has conversated with him and he told her go sell the dick pic. Send me $7,500.
Hell no. So you saying it's okay? Like, so if one of your exes, if you blow up on the block and everybody knows you, and then one of your exes got a new picture of you from
sex tape
way back ever, and then they want to sell it, you okay with that?
That ain't my body no more. My spirit is in heaven.
I'm talking about you right now, though.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
If they had a naked picture of me and all you wanted is $7,500, nah, buddy. No, I wouldn't be okay with that because I'm alive and I'll have to
So it's okay because the man dead? That what
I'm not saying it's okay because he's dead.
What is you saying?
But
then,
it's
baby?
her picture.
And that's not hers.
It
not
is
that.
hers.
That's not her dick.
That's not her dick, but she has the picture because he gave it to her.
He didn't give it to her. I mean, she
took the picture.
She took the picture.
And
but
she told him she was taking the picture.
It's just something just don't sit right with that. That's something wrong. You know what I'm saying with it. That's just like, you know, if somebody has a sex tape out there, you know what I'm saying, and they release it without the other person's knowledge. That's wrong. This is wrong. I'm pretty sure if Tupac, you know, was alive and he said okay, then. But now, for her to come up and nobody in Tupac's family or the estate doesn't get any of the money, she wrong for it. She wrong. Yeah. Plain and simple.
Plain saying.
Well, guys, stop sending dick pics because you don't know if the bitch gonna sell it.
Well, shit, stop asking for the phone.
All right, so.
What?
What?
You trying to sell pictures of Tupac and shit, thinking that shit's okay. That shit ain't okay.
I mean, how do y'all feel?
Is it not okay because it's Tupac?
No, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if it was mine. Don't be trying to sell my dick pic. I sent that in confidentiality to you.
You were showing everybody. You were in a club when you did it.
Okay, well, you took it, and I thought that you would keep it to yourself.
Yeah, man, you my girl. You know what I'm saying? That's personal.
I ain't tripping about you taking a picture. Yeah. If anybody else was taking a picture, probably had a problem. Probably would have put it up. But you was taking a picture, and I was like, yeah, she gonna say that in her phone for later. Oh, they probably now.
So why would you sell something that I done gave you that's personal?
That's personal and private because everybody that was around was friends and family.
Nah,
so this is a thirsty move from her, huh?
Yeah, this Thursday. Yeah. This Thursday. I mean, I can't knock the hustle though.
That's what I'm saying. You can't knock the hustle.
I'm just
people
telling
go
you.
out and leak people's sex tapes, and this is how they become to be known.
But most of the victims that sex tapes out there, you know what I'm saying, they tried their hardest to cover them up because they don't want them out there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Ladies, do whatever you want to do. Men, hey, once they're dead and gone, that ain't their body no more. Their spirit is in heaven, hopefully.
What?
Let's go to this commercial.
Yeah, man. Get out here, man.
We're going to go into a commercial.
Actually, it's social media trolling.
Oh, we're going to go into some social media trolling.
Man, you ain't nothing but a social media stalker.
Are you surfing or are you trolling? All right, so I'm Stefani Love. I am your social media troller, and I have a picture that I want to go up really quick. I want your opinions. I posted this picture on my social media page this week, and I got a lot of comments, as always, of how people felt about this. This is a lady who is standing in church. She's kind of dressed a little provocatively, and the question was, is this acceptable? People were coming on to the post saying, well, the Bible says come as you are. People were saying, no, this is not acceptable. I totally agree. It is not acceptable to come to church dressed like that. Do we have the picture up yet? Okay, so the picture is of a lady. She's very voluptuous. She has a very...
For who?
Voluptuous?
I'm just saying. Y'all both using these big... I ain't used to these big words.
Voluptuous is a word.
No, voluptuous is not a word.
What is it?
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
No, it's not with an F.
V.
Oh, voluptuous. Oh, I never knew that. Okay, that's just like foam. Okay, so the lady is... and... I don't think that it's acceptable. By no means. And specifically, I wanted to say this about the particular part of the Bible that talks about come as you are. When I was young, I used to think that meant you could dress however you wanted when you came to church. But as I've got older and got more experienced in the word, that is not actually what that scripture means. Come as you are means come as you are. You can be living in the world, like dealing with drug addiction. Your mind is just not into church. Okay? So you come as you are, and then the church is supposed to help you get to the place where you can receive the word for yourself and then apply it to your natural life. It's not only for you can show up in Daisy Dukes to church. That's just disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. I think if you're grown, you should know the right place. You should know where to dress, how to dress according to where you're going. If you're going to work, you're not going to go to work dressed with short shorts on and be like, well, God said come as you are, or I'm just dressing how I want. You wouldn't do that at work, so why would you do it at church? And so I want y'all's opinion. Men probably would say something totally off the fucking wall. So, Blacc, how do you feel?
No, it was completely unacceptable. I wouldn't have accepted it. Well, I guess I would have had to because I can't just tell her to go do her thing. But Yeah, that dress, that black dress, she was nice though. Like, she had a nice body. I feel like she just woke up and went straight from the club to the church house. But she might have needed a sweater on or something. Like, revealing back in church is just kind of a no-no to me. And I was raised old school. And Marcus, I feel like you looking at the picture right now because you got a chest cat ass smile on your face.
What's your opinion?
I don't see nothing wrong
with a little bump and grind.
So you would be okay if your woman was going to church dressed like that?
That's a different story.
Oh, okay.
But as far as, you know what I'm saying, she would make me go to Sunday school.
But what are you, okay, so then at that point, she would make you oh my goddamn. She would make you go to Sunday school. So you're not going to Sunday school to receive the word, but you're going to look at that.
Does it matter how I got to Sunday school? You know what I'm saying? As long as I receive the word while I'm in Sunday school. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with a little eye candy, man. You know.
But then there's something wrong with your woman posting pictures on social media. Let's not go there. Let's not go. Jesus.
Keep me near the cross.
Keep me near the cross. Keep me near the cross. See, men are okay for other women to do it, but then it was a different story if your woman walks up in church like that, right? But if I was to dress like that in church, I could steer other men into church. Then I'm bringing other men to Jesus. But then that's the problem if I walk up in church like that, right?
For me, I mean, it wouldn't be a problem just with church for you to kind of, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know, that's something different. But, hey, if that's what she want to wear, that's what she want to wear, man. Maybe she trying to win. She trying to get somebody.
What?
You know, they say go to church to meet people. So you can meet your, you know.
Jesus is supposed to help you meet that person. Not the way you dress. No. I don't think a real man would even approach a woman. That, to me, that's thirsty. To come to church dressed like that, that's thirsty.
That might have been the only thing she had.
Look at the jewelry and the nails, her hair done. That ain't the only thing. She did that for attention.
Let me see that.
She might be trying to get a husband, though.
You ain't going to get no husband like that. You going to get the wrong attention.
How you ain't? Why you ain't?
Okay, so let me go. I'm gonna start dressing like that to church.
Are you trying to get a husband in church?
Shit, maybe my man will come to church. If I dress like that, maybe I'll
If you just
and
like that,
we're gonna go ahead and you might come to church.
Nah.
See, but another woman would. See,
nah. I was just playing about her bringing me to Sunday school.
Ain't nothing but a
Cowboys on 12 o'clock.
Let's go to our next song. We're gonna go into Humble Beginnings. This is also by Kobe Savage, and we'll be right back. You're listening to The Block with your girl Stefani Love on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Hey everyone.
It was 1995 on Holly Bush. Me, J Main, and Fame was trying to write some hooks. Around that time, my cousin Corey moved in with us. He was rapping too, he was snapping too. Canyon Park and Great Clip, man, it was the days. Do-rag the waves, Toothbrush the J's. Me, Joe, Tony Snow, and J Main. Quincy, Poop, Burt, J.R., and Lil Fame. Can't forget about Cam and my nigga James. 6'4" the game, we was off the chain. Summertime at the pool, rest in peace to Buffett. Fly high, little mama, the whole hood love you. What's up, Brock Delonte and my nigga Tron? Remember them niggas used to beat our ass just for fun? Man, that shit made us tough, you bet not run. Man, that shit made us strong, I love where I'm from. really constant, so nothing is like it was. I remember beatboxing and freestyling on the bus. No worries, we had us, and smile with us captivating. Them players out of no mercy, had out of time niggas hating. It's real. Block parties up on the hill, we laughing and spilling liquor for niggas no longer here. Thinking back, some summers was really epic. We bled in our neighborhood, made everyone wanna rep it. Reminiscing, we hooping like this the pros. Might argue and have to fight, but afterwards back to bros. And Sundays was meant for church. I meant to get up and go. Mama told me to keep it first. But last night we kicked it until the sun came. Had it popping like pistols at a gun range. It's Norris. I love him with all my heart. From the rust on the railroad to my memories at the park.
Man, we all family. What you know about Dickie Bird and the penny candy? Summertime at the park felt like Mardi Gras. Courtney Quinn popping Willis, Bush Hog dogs. Used to hoop at Mindy Mo's in the backyard. Blacc had an orange leg coming out hard. Mike G had the MC on D's. Chuck and Mop D came through on sprees. My Aunt Thelma used to cook for the whole family. After that, everybody on the porch gambling. No haters, just players, them was the days. Everybody had a slab trying to get it sprayed. Me, Mop D, Tonio, and Tory J. Maserati, Mindy Mo, and Lil A. Blacc, T, Lean, Courtney Quinn, and Dollar Bill. Doo-Doo, Chuck, and Kobe up on the hill.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
Hey, it's your boy Blacc, and guess what? The streets are talking.
Listen. The streets are talking.
So, I had a conversation the other day with a few people, and I have a question to pose for you all because the streets are talking. How old is considered a cougar? Is there an age?
Are you going?
No, go ahead.
If I guess it depends on your age, but I would say 10 plus years.
That was my next question, Big Marcus. Is it a certain age or is it a certain age range?
I think it's a certain age over your age.
So a certain age range.
If you're 18 and you messing with somebody that's 30, 35, she's a cougar to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? whereas me being 40,
Your old ass.
a cougar will have to be
dead. A cougar would have to be dead, sir.
I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah, I would agree. I would think I wouldn't even say 10. I would say 5 or more. I would
5 or more?
Yeah. I would even.
I was like a short
5.
age range.
In the new age, I would say 5.
That's not a cougar.
Because when I turned 30, like people start making a joke like, "Oh, you a cougar now." So I'm thinking maybe in this new day and age, maybe that's the new age.
But
like,
you said 5. Think about it. A 20-year-old and a 25-year-old get with it. That makes a 25-year-old a cougar?
Nah.
I feel like.
I don't know, because I ain't no cougar. I don't like young boys. So I really can't elaborate on this. I like older men.
My take is that, yes, it is the age range, but it's also the age of the older person. So I say, like Big Mark, is about a 10-year difference, but you got to be at least 35 to be considered a cougar. Can you
cannot be 18 and mess with a 30-year-old?
Nah, bro. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's just, I feel like, okay, we'll go 30 then. Like, you have to be at least 30 to be a cougar. Can we go there? Like, I just feel like you can't be in your 20s and be considered a cougar.
I'm gonna give you.
You're just a pedophile at this point, given the 10-year range. Like,
I'm gonna give it to you like this. I was 16, had a car, you know what I'm saying, and I had a female that was 27.
That made her a cougar?
I thought so because I'm in high school. She got a job, you know what I'm saying, house, and I just felt, that was the type of it, you know what I'm saying. So.
Look. I don't agree, but okay. I see what you're saying.
And then cougar also means, like we said, you have to want to date younger guys. So I don't even think it's necessarily the age. I don't think we can put an age limit on what makes you a cougar. But if you're a woman, cougars are women. But if you are a woman and you like younger guys, I think that should be left up to her if she wants to be considered a cougar.
Well, shit.
The new name for cougars are MILFs.
No, that's not a new name. A MILF is not a new name. It's definitely older than, well, might not be older than cougar, but
nah, it's not older than cougar.
But it's been around for a really long time.
Yeah,
really long time.
Shout out to all the cougars though,
and MILFs. Shout out to the MILFs.
And that was your Streets Are Talking.
That was.
Listen.
The streets are talking.
All right, so we ready for our next discussion, right, super producer?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so guys, I got a call this week. I'm like the friend that all the friends come to for advice and how they should handle.
About the other friends?
Over here,
I just said,
that are always asking for advice on how they, because I guess maybe because I'm the one that's been in a relationship longer than a lot of my friends, so they kind of come to me because I can give them more. I have more of an experience when it comes to relationships. Goddamn. So, I had a friend who hit me up this week, and she was like, "Girl, I got some tea." And when we say tea, baby, we know there's some tea. So she told me this week that they went to a holiday party. It was just a house party, a get together. And her and the guy actually just started dating about 6 months ago. So of course in the 6 months, she hasn't really met all of his friends. She has only met just a couple of them, hasn't had any problem. But when they went to this particular holiday get together, one of the friends that walked in the room, she happened to recognize. And it was someone that she had sexual relationships with, and come to find out, her boyfriend that she's currently dating, this is one of his really good friends. Like I said, she was not aware that they were friends up until this part where she saw him at the holiday party. So then I began to ask, well, how did the other dude act, girl, when, you know, he walked into the party? Because the same way you noticed him, he had to notice you. And she was like, well, we locked eyes, and I could tell that he felt awkward, and I felt awkward too. She was like, but what do I do? And I'm like, well, what do you mean, what do you do? She said, do I tell him? I said, well, I would tell him. And she was like, but I don't know if he's going to stop messing with me. And I said, well, the most important thing is to be honest. And to tell him. This is
the advice you giving?
Yes. To tell him, because what if the friend tells him? You don't know if the friend is going to tell him. You can't, then men don't say, well, guys don't do that. Not all guys are like that. He might tell him, hey, I smashed her back in. You know, guys like to kind of be braggadocious about their bodies.
Got some big words on the show
people
today.
that they have bodied. So he probably would do it as coming off as like bragging, and it could potentially affect the relationship. Yeah. Okay. So I told her, you need to tell him before his friend tells him.
And she didn't know they were friends.
She did not know that they were friends, but I say you at least need to tell him, break it down to him that this was before I even knew you. And I happen, Dallas is a small world, so you just never know who you sleep with, who knows who. And it just was unfortunate circumstances. And if he doesn't want to fuck with you after that, then hey, so be it. Fuck him. It's only been 6 months. Who cares? Shit.
I think that you may have gave the wrong advice. You take that chance, man, and not tell him. If the friend tells him, hey, you forgot, man, you know what I'm saying? You didn't.
That's lying, though.
You take your chance on your relationship. It's going to affect it. If he finds out, it's going to affect it one way or another.
Well,
so you take your chance and not say anything.
We gotta end this, but with that, I'm gonna say, from the things that I heard, is not a close friend of his, because like, I mean, the thing is, your homeboys know who your girl is, and your girl usually knows who your homeboys are, if they close. If y'all not close, it's just more of a, we say what's up, dap up, move around our way. We might chop it up a little bit. So what should she do? She probably should shut up. I don't know. No, I feel like the friend should tell her. Like, like, bro, like, hey, bro, I don't know how serious y'all are, but
last thing you want is your friend to tell you that he smashed your girl.
But they not that close. That's what I can't trip
the last
about.
thing you want is a dude to tell you that he smashed your girl.
So you would rather your chick tell you I fucked your homeboy? Oh.
It's the way you tell him. It's the way you break it down to him. And,
it's gonna be an issue either way.
And what I told my homegirl is make sure you're very clear with him. Started off by like, baby, I'm ecstatic that we are building together. I just want to let you know that I love you. I just want to let you know that I'm in this for the long haul, but I do need to tell you something before we move forward. And I only found this out because of the party. And a real man gonna be understanding to that. If he ain't, bye.
Chunking the deuces.
So.
All right, well, shit, we're going to go ahead and go into Fire by the Crazy Act Absolute Nate, spelled N8, produced by Chaotic Tracks. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Blacc on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
It feels like fire, it's burning up just like fire. I got that fire, baby, let it burn. I got that fire beat from Chaotic. Dallas, Texas representing what you suckers gotta say about it. I stay united with the A1G. Fort Worth, stand up, haters stay and you'll see. We stay away from police, you already know the story. Eyes open, mouth closed, make moves while y'all snoring. Y'all bore me with that mumble rap. Little kids probably thinking, man, what's wrong with that? Yo, I never trust a man who mumbles. He ain't a man of his word, and ain't no telling what his tongue do. He probably high off heroin or pills, drooling on himself until the truth gets spilled. Are you a snitch or a bitch that sucks dicks, that spits, confess? I can't get with that shit. You fucking with some fire spitters. I have your head cut off 7 with the rhythm that deliver. That's fire. The roof is on your fire. We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn. Like fire, it's burning up just like fire. Got that fire, baby. Let it burn, let it burn.
1 flame, 2 flame, 3 flames, 4. Make way, fire marshal coming through the door. If you didn't come to party, what you come for? Got them bottles of Ciroc headed to the floor. I know you see me, throw shade my way, my nah. Attitude at the door, can I have fun? I hate to burn a beat up like a Scion. Hair done fit fly, that's no lie. Shoes match, I'ma catch winkle right eye. Got an A on my chest, super sci-fi. Kill them dead, what I said, rock a bye-bye. Crazy acting, they don't know how to act. Grip the mic and jumped on chaotic track. Feeling myself, I crept up from the back. Set it ablaze, turn the stage into a cul-de-sac.
The roof is on your fire. We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn. Like fire, it's burning up just like fire. Got that fire, baby.
Nate,
let it burn.
legit. Call me Junior, got that fire like 400 degrees. They hate me so much right now, I'm like Khalees. Please, I ignore the he and she say, cause I don't have beef like Chick-fil-A. And you can say that drama for love and hip-hop. I be chillin' so hard, I don't put on flip-flops. Kick rocks, say the dot, it's a lot on my mind. Why you sweating me like the kid is mine? It ain't no compromise, prime time Dion. They ain't come to see you, Otis, I feel like Leon. Tempting peons to step up their game. No role model, but could show you some things. Niggas is commode, I mean full of shit. Niggas is by sorta, call them trash men. Then call a fireman, cause what I got hot. About to burn some shit down, I feel like left out.
The roof is on your fire. We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn. Like fire, it's burning up just like fire. Got that fire, baby. Let it burn, let it burn.
Chaotic Tracks.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
All right, guys, that was Fire by Murdy Mommies. It was produced by Chaotic Tracks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chaotic Tracks.
Chaotic.
Thank you for supporting the block. We appreciate you. That video will play for 30 days, guys. So if you are any artists out there, would like to get your video played on our live feeds on you, this will be played on YouTube and also Facebook, and also posted on our website. And it's only for $20 for 30 days. You can get your video played. $25, I'm sorry, for 30 days played on the block and also the Real Game.
Hey, can you tell that Real Game host to scoot over? He's barely in the damn video.
Yeah, this nigga just got checked out.
You been abusing him or something. He all the way to the left and shit.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our Hustler of the Week. I'm going to keep it real quick. We are shouting out David Dones, who is a Dallas socialite, and he is an author of the book Vegas, It Happened to Me. You can find this book. It is available on Amazon. It is a very good book. I read the description. You guys need to go and check it out. He is a Pleasant Grove native. The part 2 is actually coming out, and he's actually doing a web series. So he's going to turn it into a web series that weekend, and it's very good. So check him out. You can find him on IG at _Neva, Neva, broke, BROKE, fly. He also is a hairstylist at Is a Beauty Bar. I actually got a phone call from these guys. It was the the infamous exotic dancer Yaz, fine ass Yaz in Vegas is one of her good friends, and then her sister. I did an interview with them over the phone last night because I needed more information on their beauty bar, and they are very friendly. I actually have some stuff set up where they're going to be coming on the show in the next couple of weeks. That was a surprise.
Excuse me, this is Steph, I need Yaz information.
Okay. I will be going by their beauty bar today. They have invited me, so I'm going by there this evening. I have actually met some new friends. They are loving what we are offering. So shout out to David Dones, Never Broke Fly. Is a beauty bar, and also I will be checking out. They have books for us that I'll be walking away with and other products. So shout out to you guys. We definitely appreciate you for showing the BLOC love and supporting us. All of you guys, that was your Hustler of the Week. And now we're just going to go ahead and get into our Thought of the Week. This week's Thought of the Week, I wanted to leave you with: the people you inspire with your life far outweighs the people who judge and criticize you. So don't worry about what those people are saying. The most important thing is the people that you inspire about all the good things that you're doing. That's something I can apply to my life. And now I want to take this time and thank everyone. Thank you, Big Marcus, for joining us on the block this week.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. We hope that we have another guest host next week. Blacc, thank you for showing up. You look very spiffy today.
I got somewhere to go.
Okay. And thank you to all the listeners on the internet radio side that are tuned in. Thank you to our YouTube listeners, our Facebook listeners. Remember, guys, if you enjoy Big Marcus on this show today, you can catch him and Cal Be Easy on The Real Game today, 2 to 4 p.m. They're on all the platforms we're on: Facebook, YouTube, VillaCoolerRadio.com, Twitch. You can see them. They have a great show. They show some sexy ladies every week.
Is he going to be here next week?
No, Cal Be Easy will be.
Cal Be Easy. And I heard Cal Be Easy has a very interesting topic that he wants to talk about.
Next week it'll be...
Cal Be Easy's crashing the block.
He's crashing the block.
We are here.
Is cheating, oral sex cheating?
It's oral sex cheating, guys.
Hey, that's
Think
a
about
teaser.
it, ponder on it, and then come back to the block next week.
Come back to the block. We
Stephanie
always
Love, when it was brought to me, I was hot. Let's go. Thank you, and class is dismissed.
Thank you. Yay.
You've been listening to The Block. If you miss any part of the show, you can catch us every weekday, or you can download the podcast on VillaCoolerRadio.com. School is over, and we out.